What is cracking, guys? JP here again, bringing you another update of my 90-gallon reef tank. Now this tank is looking very nice. This system is a shallow reef biotope. If you go to the ocean and you're like waist deep and you see corals, and the flow is very high, the light is very high, the lighting is white. It's like you go snorkeling. This is how I set up my reef tank. Now most tank out there are blue. I also have that at the end of the day if I want to see some highlights. So I have versatility. Now this light has been set up with metal halides, 10,000 Kelvin with 250 on each side. So I have two metal halide right above over there. Now I also have actinic T5s, like I said, for the morning and the end of the night. But I'm just gonna do a quick update on what's going on. So coral wise, everything is doing pretty well. I finally moved my torch coral right on the rock. My gold torch, green tip, purple torch, green torch, cotton candy torch. Yeah, everything's adjusting slowly and acclimating. My lighting period is only 5 hours each on each side with 3 hours overlapping, so it's not so crazy. Now, I am also just an aquarist, hobbyist. I'm not trying to farm these guys, so I'm just letting it, cruise slowly. Because I realized during my early days, if you go really fast, high light, high flow, high nutrients, high chemical, you might, if you make a mistake, you're gonna crash. So just take it slow, go on your pace, what you like to do. Um, so do what works for you. Now this is my Zoanthid Garden. These are basically all pali, the big polyp. So as you see right here, gobstopper, pink zippers, kung pao, ASD angel tears, purple monsters, citrus, sunny D's, candy apple red, lemuritas, orange infusion, superman, sonic flare, and armor of god. So these are like my softy section. I like this. Hopefully they will grow, cover the rocks, and cause that nice little garden. On to the right, my mushrooms are doing pretty nice. Red cap is doing awesome, encrusting. There's a couple sad corals that is recovering. My strawberry shortcake there, I knocked it off a couple times, so it was not happy, but it's finally starting to color up. My blue tenuous right there is blue tips with brown base or green base. Pora pistillata, this is the pink stylo. I feel like everywhere around the internet, this is like one of the underrated because it really shines only in daylight, where once it grows, it's get that pink coloration. But in my tank, it's a high nutrient, so it's not that pink yet, but hopefully in the next year or so it will grow to the nice colony. One of also the hidden rare gems is this Pora eduxi or Pora grandis. Now this coral is not to be confused with any other Pora. This is a very stubby coral, kind of like your Pora verrucosa or meandrina. This one really grows, once they grow big, they look nice from afar, but they're very slow growing, so hopefully they will grow in the next year or two. Also, one of the underrated Acropora is Acropora spatulata. This is the cousin of the Melipora, except this one have like that dragon scaly look and is much stubbier. Right down here, my brain coral and some zoanthids. Acan. Also, one of my cluster here is my bird's nest. I got my orange green tip bird's nest, my hyacinth bird's nest, and my pink green bird's nest. Now this is one of the more rarer bird's nest, I believe the classic one. A lot of people have the pink's bird's nest, but a lot of people don't have this. These all three birds nests are ORA. So yeah, you can get them at Live Aquaria or any ORA store. Got my Lepto, jack-o'-lantern there, Rasta. One of the most underrated coral for daylight system, I believe, is this yellow Lantana, Montipora lantana. I feel like this is one of the most staple yellow coral beside the yellow Porites and the yellow toadstool or Fiji leather. So it's very yellow, canary yellow with blue tips, blue polyps, sorry. But yeah, it's looking very nice. It's starting to encrust, so hopefully in the next year it will get branched out. It's gonna look very nice. Right above it is my Garf bonsai, my Jason Fox Flame. This coral is growing nuts. You can see all the tips right there. It's crazy. Right on our side here, I got my Palithoa grandis. I might trade this guy someday because I heard I don't want to cause any palithoxin. Got some Miami Hurricane Chalice, my Gorgonian, purple tricolor Valida, my Pora here. I think this is the red Pora, but it was in a rough shape, but it's starting to finally create that nice growth and encrust. A red robin. One of my staple also is the Acropora young guy or Bally Slimer. It's growing nice, green Bally Slimer. One of my troubled coral is my Acropora Humulus. I'm not sure, it's not growing well. I'm not sure if my tank was just going through a phase. So this is one of the more shallow reef, so reef coral. So hopefully it will. I really like this. Hopefully it will come back. My Miyagi tort back there. My pink lemonade. Tyree lime in the sky. One of the more common now, but one of the more staple also is the Ora mint chip pavona. You can't really get this texture anywhere, any other coral beside pavona. You want to add different texture in your reef to make that nice look, contrasting look. Also, one of the most nice orange coral out there is the orange Setosa. Very, very orange. You can't beat that anywhere else. It's very easy, Montipora. One of the staple also back there is my a purple Stylophora or Milka Stylo or Sanjay Stylo. They all come in one place, the Red Sea, but the purple coloration and the easiness, you can't beat that. One of the most staple yellow coral in daylight system is the yellow Porites. This coral is very hard to get. I got this from Live Aquaria through ORA, and it's really yellow, very nice. So can't miss. This is one of the must-have in daylight system. Now it does need the 10K or lower to make that yellow canary yellow come out and high flow. Without those two, it might look kind of meh. So definitely do those. Yellow tips, Acropora. This is the Hawkins Toraki or Ekanara. My purple Acropora is growing nuts also. Really looking nice. PC Rainbow is such a high flow that the shagginess of the red polyps is crazy. You can kind of see the greenish base, but hopefully it'll grow a nice bush type Acropora in this area. Here's my also sad coral, but it's finally recovering. My Ora red planet. It was kind of dying, kind of bleaching. You can see that the skin was just dry. It was sad, but after a good couple weeks or so, you leave it there, keep balanced nutrients and stable chemistry, and it came back. It's slowly getting colored up and encrusting now. Pikachu or Pink Floyd, depending on where you get it. Acropora robusta, one of the more hidden gems also, with the Postulapora eduxi. This Acropora is very stubby, so maybe nobody likes that. My Acropora green electric. I wish it was red, but someday I will get the red one locally. My Walt Disney tenuous, it's finally growing. You can see about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of nubs. So growing very, very nicely. As for fish-wise, I still have all my blue-green chromis, 12 of them to be exact. I had 7 originally, the big ones, and I added 5 more. Well, do I have 7 originally? I think so. I did 7 and then I added 5 more. So yeah, 12, of course. But yeah, these guys have not killed each other. I feel like they're a family now. I have more than enough to make a school. I feel like the trick of keeping blue-green chromis is first get them healthy. No disease, no parasite, no none of that. No, you know, if you see red streaks, that's not good. Don't buy it. Quarantine first. Make sure you feed a lot, like at least 3 times a day. I finally got them trained on flakes and pellets. Ever since the price increase, I started to feed them flakes and pellets, so that's good. Another tip is, as long as you have enough hiding places, as long as your tank is big enough, they will get along. They will find their nook and cranny they call home, and they will not fight for the same space. So any aquascape that are like NSA, the negative space, well, good luck. Your chromis is gonna fight for one space, and guess what happened? The biggest one will always win. So definitely make sure you get enough hiding places for your chromis. These guys are very friendly, as you can see. They're like a family. I had these guys for a good 2+ years now, I believe. The smaller, bigger chromis are 3 years now, so they're not fighting each other. So I'm not sure if maybe it's my scape, how I made my aquarium design, my lighting, and all the flow. So maybe it all contributes. It makes them, if you go snorkeling, you want to recreate that habitat. So don't do any crazy stuff. So yeah, just make sure you feed them a lot, get them healthy, no uronema, get enough, at least 7 starting, and then add 5 more like what I did, or add more in the future. Get them all in one batch and then feed more. I do have a weird case like this blue-green chromis. Although he is one of the more bottom of the pack, I'm not sure if he's blind or something, or had nearsightedness, because every time I feed aquarium, he likes to stay here and he miss a lot of food. So he might be blind or partially blind. But the weird thing is, none of them bully the weak fish or the blind fish. So that's kind of crazy. Now, here in blue-green chromis, they will, kill and bully the weak. But this instance, I feel like they're a family, or, at least they don't do that because they have enough hiding places and enough food. So, maybe. The smaller one, they are all 5 in here. They are growing nicely. No bullies. So that's good. I did lose a firefish due to bacterial reasons. Bangay Carnal is doing pretty well. Royal Grama is out and about. Look at that coloration in daylight. You can beat that in blue light. My yellow chorus wrasse, silver belly. But yeah, well, that's it for the update, guys. I hope you like my long updates. Thanks for watching, and happy reef keeping. Adios.